Welcome back, everybody. Amazing update in the PulseChain ecosystem today. We have to talk about it. This is one of the final infinity stones for the entire ecosystem. It's going to unlock millions of dollars coming in from people. It's a brand new exchange that lets you buy PLS, HEX, PulseX, or even mint a stablecoin, their own native stablecoin, directly to your wallet. Unlike other exchanges, they don't actually hold coins on the exchange, so the whole design is safer for you. It lets you do crypto the right way, and it lets you onboard into PLS, PulseChain, and buy any of the blue chips that you like, if they're HEX, PulseChain, or PulseX. And it also lets you buy and swap for any other coin on the entire network. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'm going to show you why it's so seamless. You should create an account today at gainpulsechain.com, and that's because if you use my link, gainpulsechain.com, you're going to get 5,000 free tokens, free weight tokens, and those are going to lower your fees. Although the fees are pretty low already, they're going to make it even lower. But the website, the exchange is called Coast. Okay, your money on PulseChain. It's simple. It's directly to the point. This is what the ecosystem needs, is more roads into PulseChain. And this is basically going to let you, with any bank account, you can wire transfer as much money as you want into the system, mint as many coins as you want. You're only going to be limited by your bank, let's say of JP Morgan. The only limits are basically the wire transfer limits at JP Morgan. Now you can see right here that they've got great reviews, but the big news is really that their old banking partner had gone away because crypto in the USA, as we all know, is super hard to get approval for. There's all kinds of uncertainties, there's all kinds of unknowns because the US government has been terrible at making any kind of coherent legislation. So hopefully, the next election cycle, all that will change and get better over time. But these are the early days, guys. These are like the rails that we're building right now. And again, for a long time, Coast was working. When PulseChain launched around the early days, for a couple months it was working, and then they had an outage, like 3 or 4 months, I think, where their banking partner shut them off and they had to go find a new one. So people did love this, and now they can access it again. Now I gotta say, it's available globally, alright? So it's been available all over the globe. Look at the markets that they're in. All these markets down here. So if you're in, this 2/3 of the world, most of the world is covered in this list of countries, and it's been available globally, but the USA was the tricky part, and that's where a lot of the customers for crypto are, right? That's where a lot of the PulseChain enthusiasts are. So the big deal was their new banking partner, Old Glory Bank, that they just partnered with to re-enable deposits and withdrawals, full functionality for anybody in the USA, any state, even Puerto Rico. I gotta say one thing about Old Glory Bank here, is that if you're a Puerto Rico person, you can also make an Old Glory Bank account. And they're very friendly, right? We can go to the Old Glory Bank homepage, and we can see that they seem to have, similar ideals of crypto, right? They're all about freedom and all that good stuff. We could scroll down here and look, see the benefits to Coast users. They've got their banking bill of rights. They believe in freedom of association, freedom of privacy, censorship resistance, freedom of lifestyle, and American values. So very fitting bank for the whole crypto ethos, right? Old Glory Bank, probably a lesser known bank. I didn't know about it until the partnership happened, but I went ahead and I also created a bank account over there just to see the quality of these bank accounts. You can do the same thing. You just go to their website, Old Glory Bank, open a personal account up here if you want to. You don't have to, guys. You don't have to. That's not mandatory at all. But I will say I made an account in less than 20 minutes. And again, they take everybody, all 50 states, including Puerto Rico, and they actually have their banking app, which lets you buy on Coast directly, super easy from their Old Glory Pay app. We're going to get into that in a minute, but what you can see right here, guys, what the exchange does, why it's such a big deal, is an on-ramp, off-ramp, mint a stablecoin if you want to, or you can just buy the PulseChain blue chip assets directly if you want to. So you create basically a digital bank account here, and you funnel money from whatever existing bank you have. It could be Old Glory, right? It could be anything else, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, whatever you have. Again, you don't have to get Old Glory Bank. I just did it to see what it was like. Again, my experience was really fluid. And then once you make your account at Coast, you're going to link your MetaMask here, right? So I've got my MetaMask linked above. Make sure you're connected to the PulseChain network, and you can see all the functionality. You can deposit and withdraw with any of these methods. Again, there's wire transfer from any bank. Could be Old Glory Bank, again, JP Morgan, whatever. Discover. A lot of banks out there. Also, by the way, guys, it doesn't hurt to open multiple bank accounts. In crypto, I've learned this the hard way. So pro tip, one day, let's say a certain bank decides that they don't like crypto or they want to shut you off for whatever reason. It's good to have backups. 3 to 5 bank accounts is totally fine. But they also take money from some very popular banking applications. Basically Wise, it used to be called TransferWise, now it's just Wise, or Revolut. Okay, these banking apps, you can also deposit money and buy PulseX directly with Revolut or Wise I downloaded both of these apps. I didn't already have them, so I just downloaded them to see what they were like. Revolut was a little tricky for me in the USA. I know this one's popular in Europe, but I think it still works for the USA people. But Wise worked fine for me. Okay, Wise is the recommended way. So if you don't already have the Wise app, Wise basically just allows you to deposit money into Wise, and then you go from Wise to Coast, right, the Coast platform, and buy whatever you want. Or again, if you already have a bank and you don't want to download these new apps, you can do a wire transfer. So if you're domestic, if you're located within the USA, make sure you shift this to domestic, right? If you're outside of the USA, go international. But you can always transfer money with a wire transfer. If you haven't done that before, get familiar with a wire transfer. I mean, that's kind of how the pros do it. You know, that's how the big boys do it. There's typically much higher limits with wire transfer, and there's typically a $30 wire transfer fee. Most banks it's $30, but you type in the banking information, routing number, account number, all the banking info to send money from your bank account to this bank account. And once that's processed, usually these processing times take about a day, I found, for wire transfer and for Wise as well. You know, it's not instantaneous, but a day is better than, a week. Like certain centralized exchanges can hold your funds for sometimes up to a week. So not too bad. And within the Wise app, they do have an ACH, wire transfer, debit, or credit card, or direct deposit options. All right, so the Wise app is kind of just a financial app for all your funding that a lot of people are already using already. I mean, millions of people across the world are already using it. I didn't have an account, but like I said, super easy to set up. You can mint and burn stablecoins over here on the mint and burn tab. So basically what you're doing is you're sending money, you're sending dollars into your digital account. This is your digital account. And you're going to convert that into stablecoins, which will go directly to your wallet. So as soon as you have a balance in here, you can convert it either to stablecoins, or you can go to this buy tab now, and you can also go buy PulseX HEX, or their weight token directly, just directly here. You don't have to buy the stablecoin and then go use the stablecoin to buy Pulse. You can just buy Pulse first. And I do recommend, guys, you got to buy Pulse first if you're getting started on PulseChain. You need PLS to pay for gas fees. So your first purchase should be PLS. After that, you'll have enough gas to buy whatever you want. But after you have some PLS in your wallet, all right, you go over to the swap tab here, and they even integrate Pteus, which is a DEX aggregator. And this DEX aggregator will route you through every single liquidity pool within PulseChain and make sure you're always getting the best deal. So let's say you just bought $100 of CST, that's the stablecoin. You can now buy PLS, but let's say you don't want to buy PLS or HEX or PulseX. You could buy all the other tokens down here. There's so many tokens. All you got to do is search for the name. And if it doesn't come up in the search bar, you could always just paste the contract address in here and virtually buy anything you want. So pretty cool that this covers all of the functionality. This is the one-stop shop, everything you'll ever need. GainPulseChain.com and get an account. The fees, let's talk about the fees for a second, guys. Let's talk about the fees down here. Platform fees for minting, burning, and buying. Well, you're going to start out at tier 4, right? Unless you use my link, which that'll give you 5,000 free weight tokens. That'll get you to tier 3 right away. But really, so the fees go from 1%, not that big, 1% to buy, 1% to mint a stablecoin, 4% when you want to burn. That means like sell, basically. So, if you have those 5,000 free tokens from my link, those fees will go down even lower to less than 1%, 3% for sell. And if you want to buy, again, you'll get 5,000 free weight tokens, which you stake up here. So you just lock them up, right? And based on how many you lock, that's going to determine your fee tier. So assuming you already have 5,000 for free, well, to get to tier 2, all you got to do is buy 5,000 more tokens. And look, this is the weight token chart. This is one of those utility coins, all right? It's not really, in my opinion, designed to pump and go super high to the moon. It actually is used for a utility, right? The utility is to lower your fees on the Coast platform. So assuming you've already got 5,000 for free, and it's staying pretty steady right now. The price has been pretty steady for the entire lifetime of PulseChain so far. But in order to get to that additional fee tier, guys, right now, 5,000 more weight tokens to get to that 10,000 weight token mark, it's only $3. So it really wouldn't hurt to buy just a little bit more weight token just so that, if you're buying on repeat, right? Let's say every paycheck you're buying more PulseChain or more HEX or whatever it might be. The prices of weight are really cheap right now. So just grab a tiny little bit. Not too much. Just enough for whatever you need to do. Whether you want to get to fee tier 2, which, 10,000 tokens, right? We just saw that's only about $6. And for 100,000 tokens, what would 100,000 tokens cost? About $60 today. So if you think one day you'll be paying more than $60 in fees, for higher dollar amounts, it might be a good idea just to scoop some of this up, especially while it's just flatlining. The price isn't really doing anything, so no one's really talking about it yet. It might not be a bad idea just to get enough to get you into that low fee tier if you want to scale and dollar cost average in to what I think is the best opportunity in all of crypto right now at the moment. You know, you're in before the storm. Okay, you're in before the giant wave. So we do have analytics profile. There's a referral program as well. So if you want to make your own referral code and onboard other people, for example, my referral code is gainpulsechain.com. So whenever you sign up, not only do you get 5,000 free tokens, I get 5,000 free weight tokens as well. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. You can mint stables, buy directly, or just deposit from, again, Wise, Revolut, or wire transfer directly to PulseChain. And read the instructions, right? If you're not sure how to do it, if you're not sure on the Wise app how to do it, it literally lays out all the instructions for you. So go to this walkthrough right here. For example, when you're on the Wise app, right, and you want to send to someone, it tells you exactly what to click on. So I was unsure, basically you just click on someone else, you add the bank details just like this in the Wise app. So you're sending to CTS Global, the recipient address is whatever this Montana address is, and you just basically follow the instructions. It's really not that hard. Could not be easier. The whole process of setting up my Wise account and sending to Coast took me less than 20 minutes. And next time it's only going to be faster because I'm already going to have the account details for the Coast platform in here. I'm already going to have the app. I already KYC'd. Once you get all the KYC stuff out of the way, every subsequent time just really gets faster. But at a high level, guys, the Coast platform fully enabled. Shout out to Old Glory Bank and their partnership. One last thing I want to talk about, if you do make an Old Glory Bank account, which I just did, and if you go into the Old Glory Pay mobile app, right, if you want to make this one of your new bank accounts, you can actually pay Coast directly on the Old Glory Pay app right here. I took a screenshot, right? I took a screenshot of Old Glory Pay, so you can just pay them directly as a business account, and I believe that involves no fees at all. So rather than have to pay a wire transfer fee, I think this is just no fees at all. So this could be the cheapest way to actually buy the largest amounts of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. It might be. And I just got the app, and so I'm still waiting to fund the account, so I'll let you guys know when that happens, how it goes. But really, guys, I just want to recap big picture stuff. This is a big deal. This new banking partner is a big deal, and I know I've talked to them. They've got a lot of other backup options in mind as well, just in case it happens again. Because they've been shut off by their previous banking partners, not once, but twice. Now, the first time it happened, they were lucky. They had to scramble, but they got another partner right away. Again, USA, legal climate for crypto. It's not great. It's tough to do business in the USA, but they did not give up. Shout out to the Coast team because they stayed consistent. They could have just given up, but because of their persistence, because of their consistency, they built what's probably going to be one of the best products of the bull market and for many, many years to come, right? This is just a better centralized exchange. Of course, there's still KYC. There's no way around that, all right? There's no way around the laws, okay? You got to follow the laws in the USA and everywhere. But this unlocks people to buy with Wise, Revolut, wire transfer from any bank. Again, to buy Pulse, HEX, PulseX, the PulseChain blue chips directly. And of course, you could always buy anything else you want right from the same website or just go to Pateus.io. It's a big deal, guys. It's a banking partner. It's an on-ramp. It's an off-ramp. So when you want to cash out, it's also a very convenient way to get money out back into your regular US dollar bank account, whatever you use, one day, in a couple of years from now, whenever you have a bunch of mad gains and you want to cash out. But for now, great way to DCA, great way to buy whenever you get a paycheck or whatever that might be. So when it comes to how to buy PulseChain, how to buy HEX, how to buy PLSX, this is the best method right now. It's our very own crypto exchange. This is the best crypto exchange to buy PulseChain and PulseChain tokens. Well done, team. Guys, if you want to be up to date on the latest PulseChain news, like and subscribe to my channel. If you're brand new to crypto, I have a course that's designed exactly for you. It's called hexpassiveincome.com. Link in description below. And if you're more advanced or if you're more intermediate in crypto and you want to just book a call with me one-on-one and talk about mentorship or just troubleshooting that you might have, you can also book a call at that same link, hexpassiveincome.com. Again, like, subscribe, even share the video, leave a comment, spread the word because it all helps PulseChain go viral. All that stuff just takes 1 minute and it helps you, helps me pump all of our own bags. Let's all win together and let's get in before the massive Ethereum bull market.